The following program is intended for entertainment only. No gambling takes place on this website. MichiganSportsAndEntertainment.com presents Motor City Moneyline with Jason Ryan.
All right, folks, welcome to episode 4 of Motor City Moneyline. My name is Jason Ryan, and this week we are going to boldly go where most have never gone before, and that is back to the well to figure out what it is we do best, and that is pick college football games, get back to the roots, and see if we can go back to our winning ways. I threw out a couple of freebie plays on Friday. Those hit. They were good. I enjoyed them. Every one of them hit. I only had one push the entire NHL, NBA picks. 4 picks for the NHL, 5 picks for the NBA. They hit. I put them out there on Twitter. Motor City _ML is the Twitter handle if you want to follow that. I put those out there, and they all hit. I think we were 6-0-1 or something like that. Yeah, I think it was 6-0-1. So we hit all 6. I was trying something out to see if they work, and it ended up working. So we're going to stick with that, and maybe I'll drop something Friday night, tonight or something like that, or Saturday for random games. Not the normal top 25 college football that we do or the normal NFL that we do. These will be unranked games that are happen to be playing just to break up the monotony of games. Last week was a bad week. It was a 50% week. Good by some standards, not good by my standards. I'd like us to be over 75% wins for the weekend. We did not achieve that this past weekend. It was a very weird weekend in the NFL. Games that, should have been won by teams, weren't won by teams, scores, touchdowns, and things of that nature. I mean, the Cleveland Browns won for last week for crying out loud. So it was a weird week. Anyway, so we're going to move on to the top 25 and get things going for the weekend.
Top 25 college football.
Friday night's game. Tonight's game is number 25 Boise State going up against the University of New Mexico, the Lobos out in New Mexico. The thing I like in this game is the under 63 is a good safe play for the Friday night game. Moving on to Saturday games early. Citadel visits Tuscaloosa against number 1 ranked Alabama. I'm just going to let everybody know that a lot of these games are fluff games. They were planned ass beatings, if you want to call them that. I don't expect a whole lot of scoring in this game on Citadel's part. I'm going to go with Alabama and the 61.5 that they are giving Citadel. Number 10, Ohio State at Maryland. I haven't liked Maryland since the beginning of the year. I don't like them now. I will probably never like that football organization. I'll take Ohio State in the 58. The over 58 in that game. Idaho goes to the Swamp in Florida to play number 13 Florida Gators. I like Idaho plus 40 in this one. Idaho plus 40. They're getting 40 points from Florida. I think it's not going to be close. But Florida's not going to win by 40. I don't think they have 40 points in them to beat. If Idaho shows up, they'll score a touchdown or two. Number 14, Penn State goes to Rutgers. I like the under 50 total in this game. We'll leave it at that. Middle Tennessee goes to Lexington to play UK. Number 17, UK. I like Middle Tennessee and the 16 points they're getting. You're going to see a lot of, you'll notice the pattern here. I'm taking some of the scores that wouldn't necessarily, numbers wouldn't necessarily go with people, with the consensus of a crowd or the general population would say, oh, what, really? You don't think UK will beat Middle Tennessee by 16? No, I don't think they will, actually, even in UK's house. Anyway, moving on. Arkansas is going to Mississippi State, number 21 Mississippi State. I like the over 46 in this game. Number 22, Northwestern going to Minnesota. I like the over 47 in this game. Yes, still a pattern going here. Number 19, Utah playing the Buffaloes in Colorado. I like Utah and the 7 in this. They are giving 7. They will win and cover by 7. Utah State's going to Colorado State. Another fluff game. I like Utah State in the 28.5 they're giving. Moving on to number 12, Syracuse, going to South Bend to play Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. There's 2 plays in this game. I like Syracuse in the plus 10, and I also like the over 65 in this game. Number 9, West Virginia is going to Stillwater to play Oklahoma State. I like West Virginia in the 4.5. They are giving Oklahoma State. They will win by 4.5. Here we go here. Number 20, Boston College. Boston College is playing the Florida State Seminoles. Boston College will cover the 1.5, even if it is in Florida State. Indiana is going to the Big House to play number 4, Michigan. Michigan covers the 53. We're done there. University of Massachusetts is going to play Georgia in Athens against number 5 Bulldogs. Here's a shocker for you. This is the shocker for college football. I like the 40.5 UMass is getting. Take that number. Again, take the number 40.5. UMass is getting 40.5. It's one of those games where if UMass shows up and scores a touchdown, it's going to disrupt the whole thing. Oregon State goes to number 18, Washington. I like the under 58 in this one. The under 58 total in this game. Dookie goes on to what's this called? What's that place called? Anyway, they're going to number 2, Clemson. I like Clemson in the 28.5. They're laying against Duke. Kansas goes to number 6, Oklahoma. I like Oklahoma to win this game by the 36 that they are laying. Moving on. Rice going to LSU. I like LSU to cover their 42 in this game. Number 7, LSU covers the 42. Number 24, Cincinnati broke the top 25 this week. Is going to play University of Central Florida, UCF, number 11 UCF. I like Cincinnati to win this game. They are getting 7 points, so go ahead and take the 7 and Cincinnati. They win this one. Number 16, Iowa State goes to DKR to play Texas. I like Texas in this game, but I'm staying away from the number. I would say take the over 47 if you're desperate to play in this one. Arizona goes to number 8, Wazoo. That game goes over 62, and that's going to do it for your top 25 college football. All right, moving on to the NFL.
NFL.
The Thursday night game had already been played. I like Green Bay to win that game. We'll just go ahead and leave it at that. I think they covered as well. There's various numbers going on out there, but Green Bay should have won. First game on the docket for Sunday is Carolina at the Detroit Lions. I like Detroit in the 4.5 they are getting from Carolina at home. So take Detroit and the points in that one. Pittsburgh's going to Jacksonville. I like the under 47 in this game. We'll leave it there. Tampa Bay is going to MetLife Stadium to play the New York Football Giants. I like Tampa Bay in the 1.5 in this one. Dallas Cowboys go on to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in that beautiful place down there in Hotlanta. There's 2 plays in this game. Take the 3 that Atlanta has given Dallas and take the over 45 in this game. There will be some scoring in this. Matt Ryan, Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, Julio Jones, blah, 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 blah. Houston is traveling to Washington to play the Redskins. I like Washington in the 3 points they are getting at home against Houston. Tennessee is traveling to the Lucas Oil Stadium to play the Colts. I Don't like either team in this game, so pick them. Pick whichever one you want. Heads or tails. Oakland is going to Arizona. Play the over in this game, 41. Over 41 is what I've seen it. Moving on, and that basically is a game that nobody really cares about. I don't even think it's going to be on television anywhere. Denver is going to the Chargers in LA. Take LA in the 7. They're giving 7 to Denver at home. LA's at home, obviously. The Chargers. Philly is visiting New Orleans. I like the under in this game at 56.5. I also like the 9 points in New Orleans is giving Philly. New Orleans will cover that. They'll cover it easily. There's no rebounding from losing to the Dallas Cowboys. Sorry, Philly. Minnesota visits Soldier Field in Chicago. I like Chicago in the 3. They're giving Minnesota in Chicago's house. And for the lock of the week in the NFL,
Lock of the week.
Kansas City and the LA Rams. The game was supposed to be played in Mexico Monday night. They moved the venue to Los Angeles because Mexico couldn't get their field together at Azteca Stadium. So this game has been moved back to the upper 48, we'll call it. And the game's going to be played in LA. I still don't like the Rams to win this game. I like Kansas City to go in there and handle business and win. They are getting 3.5 from the Rams. So take that 3.5, play it on KC, and that is my lock of the week. Also, even though Patrick Mahomes came out this week and said that he puts ketchup on mac and cheese, I am still going to take Kansas City in the 3.5. Anyway, that's going to be it for this week. Stay tuned on my Twitter. Make sure that you pay attention. I'm going to throw some free plays out there every chance I get. Like I said, they are going to be irregular. I'll throw them out there whenever it suits my fancy. I guess I look at something or I get a little bored. I get 15 or 20 minutes. I'll throw a tweet out there. So hopefully you guys are winning on this. I know last week was a bit of a bummer, but we're going to rebound and we're going to kick some butt this weekend. I'd like to thank MichiganSportsAndEntertainment.com for allowing me to put this podcast up every week as a contribution to the site. Braxton Crisp, Dan Murphy, and Mark Phillips. I also would like to especially thank my producer, Allie, for putting this together for me and making me sound better than I really do. And as always, have a good weekend and enjoy the sports.